we need to add a new thing which is redux persist. Okay, what is this redux persist? Let me show you. So for this, for setting up this redux persist, we are going to follow this blog log rocket docs log rocket, okay, blog. So here you can see we have, first what you have to do, you just need to install this npm install redux persist. Okay, let us follow this npm install redux persist. Okay, so now what you have to do, so here you see we need this storage, okay, and this persist reducer and this persist store. Okay, so let us just copy. So inside this store we need to write here, okay, this storage and persist reducer persisted store. Okay, so what you have to do, you just need to write this one, persisted reducer. Okay, persist config, what is this persist config? Okay, this is persist config. So this key in the local storage we set the key and value. Okay, so this is that key, so this key should be spotify details. Okay, and this storage should be this storage. Okay, okay, so inside this persisted reducer we have two things, right? And the first one is persist config and this user reducer. Okay, so this user reducer we just change the name to reducer. Okay, reducer. So inside this reducer is we have one combined reducer. Okay, combine, this combined reducer we need to import from react redux. Okay, react redux. Okay, so now what we do, this combined, by using this combined reducer we can combine the multiple reducer. Okay, so instead of writing here we just need to write this here. Okay, so right now we only have this login reducer, so let us pass this reducer here, and this persisted reducer should be here. Okay, here let us pass this persisted reducer. Okay, so now if you save the file, export combined reducer. Okay, sorry, it's a combined reducer, so not reducer. Okay, so right now if we have set up this combined reducer thing. Okay, so I just copy this thing from stack overflow. Okay, and we just need to pass one middleware. Okay, middleware, inside this middleware we have get default get default middleware. Just follow these code. Okay, just write, you will understand all of this thing, right? So now you have to just pass the serializable check ignored actions. Okay, inside this ignored actions you just need to pass it's array. Okay, so array of whatever we have, this one. Okay, okay, we already have declared, then just remove this from here. See, our all the errors gone. Okay, so for our redux state should be persisted, we need to pass something more in the index.js file. Okay, I have imported the persist get and persist store. Persist get I have imported from redux persist integration / react. Okay, and this persist store I have import from this redux persist. Okay, so after that, after importing, what you have to do, so we just need to create a constant which is just give a name persister. Okay, and this persist store, pass this store to a persist store function. Okay, and this persister we need just wrap this app function with this persist get and pass this app inside this persist get. Okay, so now if you save this file, and if I show you, suppose let me refresh the page. Right now we don't have see, in this redux dev tool, you see we have this persist key, a new something is coming, persist, right? So it means this persist is getting set properly. Okay, so if I click on this login to your Spotify, you see our details is getting added. Okay, so here you can see. So now if I refresh the page, what you see, what happened, man? Oh yeah, so if now you see, if I refresh the page, you see we have all these details, right? Over this setup, redux toolkit and redux persist. Okay, this is getting set up properly. All right, so let me just change the color. Okay, green, right? So this is done, right? So right now we have other 5 parties left. So let us move in our application. So next what we have to do, we just need to create a our main page, right? Our login is done. So let us create our main page. Okay, so for creating the main page, we have 3 sections. Okay, inside this component, let us create a file which is left navbar .jsx. Okay, just give a, and let us create one more, right navbar .jsx. Okay, and let's create one more which is dashboard. Okay, dashboard.jsx. Okay, so here what here we are going to use our material UI. Okay, what is this material UI? Let me show you. Material UI. Okay, in material UI we have lots of components. Okay, pre-built components which we can directly use in our React application. Okay, here just click on this installation for default installation. Okay, let us just install this one. Okay, npm install MUI material. Just install this one as well. Okay, with style component. So our material UI is getting set up properly. Okay, all the dependencies we have installed. So let us move to our coding. Okay, so now inside the dashboard, let us create a new component which is artist. Okay, such that we will show all the artists. Okay, artist. So this artist, let us create this artist component inside this components folder, artist.jsx. So right now just this simple boilerplate. So let us import this artist. Okay, import artist from artist. Okay, inside this app.js. Okay, let us import the dashboard as well here, dashboard. Okay, so right now for now I just commenting out this login. Okay, such that we can see this dashboard component how it is looks. So right now we have inside this dashboard we have this artist, right? So in the API section we need a API. Okay, such that from where we can get all the artist ID, such that we can by using that ID we can use all the we can get all the but details related to artists, like the name and the songs and the other things as well. So but unfortunately we don't have any specific API. Okay, from where we can get all the IDs. Okay, so for this what you have to do, we just need to go on the Spotify. Okay, Spotify, go on the Spotify and just click on any of the artist. Okay, so for this song just click on this share and just copy link to play, not this one. Click on any of the singer. Okay, just click on 3 dot, click on share, click copy link to artist. Okay, if you just paste this copy link to artist, so this middle one. Okay, so this is the ID of that artist. Okay, so manually I have copied around 10 to 15 artists. Okay, let me just paste in our code here. So here these are the IDs of the artist. Okay, so you can just copy other artist as well. So right now for this is fine. Okay, we have almost 12 artists. So let us just move to the code. Let us start the coding for this artist component. So inside this return let us create a div dot artist main box. Okay, so inside this artist main box I have a heading which is a popular artist, and let us import the grid. Okay, this grid I am importing from this material UI. Okay, let me show you inside the component. If you go here you can see we have the grid. Okay, where is that grid? Yeah, here. So for the grid just need to expand the code. Okay, just copy this grid, first import this grid, and now you can easily use this grid. Okay, so inside this grid we have some other options, like you can just go through all this MUI component. Okay, you can understand. So container, and I am passing some spacing here which is around 3, and sx justify content center. Okay, import dot styles slash artist dot scss. Okay, so we have already declared these styles. Okay, dot inside these styles dot slash. Okay. So you see we have these styles, right? Okay, for using this scss we need to install this sas. Okay, npm install scss. So now we that scss related error is gone. So now what we have to do, we just need to make the API call such that we get all these artist data, right? So for artist data, what we have to do, we have one API. Let me show you. Get artist. Okay. So here we have this API. Okay. api.spotify.com /v1 /artist. So just let us use this one. Whenever our this component is getting rendered, okay, we will just make the, let me use the use effect. So here we need to Axios. Let me import this Axios. Okay, Axios from Axios. Okay, this is get call. Okay, so Axios dot get. What is this URL? Let me just copy artist API. Okay, so here we have this artist API we got. Okay, right here. Okay, so artist API, and so this is our URL, and the first parameter should be our artist API, and the second one we have to pass is in the header we need to pass is authorization bearer. Okay, the authorization, let me show you what is this authorization bearer we need to pass in our header. Okay, so how we have to pass, just need to write the headers. Okay, so inside the header we just need to write something like this: authorization authorization. Okay, and just write bearer. Okay, bearer and that token. Okay, that token what we have stored in our global state, right? So for accessing that, what you need to do, just import use selector from React Redux. Okay, so here constant global state. Okay, use selector. Here we have this state dot login details dot access token. Okay, so this global login token, let me change the name, global login token. Okay, so this global login token we need to pass here. Okay, so this global login token. So now we can easily make the call. Okay, so let me just write the response. Okay, pass this dependency array. So now let's just try to print this one. Okay, so you see our that error is gone. Okay, so if you go in the network, if I refresh the page, you see our APIs, this API call went properly. Okay, and inside the response we are getting the artist related details, right? So kind of the image name, like the image, the name. Okay, so this is Honey Singh, the third one is Vishal Misra. Okay, so we this API is working fine and the call is going properly. Okay, let us create one more reducer. Okay, such that we can store our this artist related data. Okay, so let us create a new slice in the store. Just put the name artist slice.js. Okay, so let me just copy all this code from login to artist. Okay, so here login slice, artist slice, artist update. Okay, So instead of login details, here artist details should be fine. And this object, instead of object, it should be array. This artist detail action.payload.data, that is fine. Okay, so this is fine, right? We just need to call this reducer from store. Okay, let me just import here, import artist reducer dot slash artist slice. Okay, so now, so this is fine. Okay, this is what we have to do whenever we create a new reducer. Okay, so now what we have to do inside the artist slice, not artist slice, artist.jsx. Okay, so here you just need to import that artist slice. Okay, import what is that name, artist update, I guess. Yeah, artist update. And also need to copy that call that dispatch. Okay, use dispatch. So now let us make that dispatch equal to dispatch. Okay, so this dispatch, so inside this dispatch we just need to pass that function. Okay, what is that function? Artist update. Okay, artist update, and inside this update we just need to pass response.data. Okay, so let us see. Okay, either it is updating or not. Cannot read undefined property of data. Okay, response. Let us see what is this response. Okay, this promise is pending, no issue. Use effect, let us create a function. Okay, get artist. Okay, just remove this async constant get artist. Okay, so here we can define async without any issue, async await. Okay, so now let us see this response is getting properly or not. So if I refresh the page, you see we are getting this response properly. Okay, response.data. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so in the Redux it is also should be stored inside okay, this artist update, this is getting called, fine. Okay, artist.payload.artist. Okay, action.payload.artist, action.payload.artist. Okay, so now if we refresh the page, you see in the Redux we have this detail, right? Artist, inside the artist we have artist details, and this artist detail we have all this data. Okay, so now let us do one thing. Let us create a new component. Okay, where we pass all this artist data, and such that we can create a card. Okay, kind of card. Okay, and show all the artist related artist card. Okay, and also create a new state. Okay, such that we can store this artist details, constant let me define this use state here. So now inside this set artist details, so let us pass this set artist details. Okay, response.data. So now we have this inside this artist details array we have all the artist list, right? So here artist details dot map artist comma index. Okay, here let us just create a new card component. Okay, so this card should be in utils folder. Okay, card.jsx. Inside this artist, let us import this card. Import card from /utils/card. Okay, so let us pass the key, otherwise we will get the warnings for key. Okay, so now you see we have okay, response.data.artist. Okay, So now what we have to do, we just need to make this card component, okay, such that we can easily show all these details. Okay, for this we let us just pass some of the things. Okay, beside the key, just pass artist details. Inside this artist, okay, and let us pass one more thing, which is URL. I will tell you why I am passing URL is. So slash artist artist.id. Okay, so these details we need in our card component. So why I am passing this artist details is basically this artist, okay, so that we can show all the names. Okay, and this URL, why I am passing this URL is because if someone click on the on that card, okay, so it will redirect on this URL, okay, which is slash artist slash this artist.id. Okay, let me just remove this URL for, or let it be. Okay, so inside this card.jsx, let us write our card. Let me first import this card css. Okay, import dot slash card.scss. Okay, so now inside this card component, let us use the grid. Okay, grid. So this grid we have to import from the material UI. Okay, so import grid from @mui slash material slash grid. Okay, and inside this grid, let me pass the item. Okay, you can see all this grid related whatever I am passing here. You can see all this thing here in. Okay, so grid item. Okay, so inside this grid, I have a div which is known as card. Okay, and inside this card I have a section. Inside this section I have div dot card image. So inside this card image div, we will pass this image. Okay, let us pass the user. Okay, and inside the source we have this artist details, right? Artist details. Okay, let us just import here the props whatever we passed. Okay, the first one is artist details, right, and the second one is URL. So let us just use this artist details. So this artist details is artist details dot images of 0 dot URL. Okay, so from where I am why I am writing this, because if you go here in the Redux. Okay, so inside the artist details here we also have, so you can see we have artist details dot images. Okay, so inside this images we have three different images of different height. Okay, so I am using the first one. Okay, so that's why artist detail dot images of 0 dot URL. Okay, so inside this we have height, URL and width. Okay, so that's why I'm using here is dot URL. Okay, so just close this one, and after this section div, let us use a icon. Okay, let me show you which icon I am talking. Localhost 3000. Okay, so see, whenever I hover on any of the artists, okay, you can see these icons. So okay, so this icon we are going to use. The name of this icon is UI icon. So here just search the resume. Okay, not resume, play. So this icon you can use, right? So just copy this one and paste here, play circle filled icon. Okay, so now if you see in our application, not this one, cannot find module MUI icon material. Okay, so I think we need to install this one as well. npm install @MUI slash icons material. Okay, so see, now that error is gone, right? So here what we have to do, you just need to let us create a one more div which is card details. Okay, so inside this card details we have a b tag. Inside this b I am just putting the artist details dot name. Okay, so and now one more, which is here artist details dot active type. Okay, so let us save this one. Okay, so why that component is not coming?